Nah, this thing's got issues, man.
You sure about that?
It's a shame because I feel like this could have been a fun RC car, but yeah, I don't know. So you see how there's a crimp right there in the servo wire? So what's happening is the screws that they used have a flat on them, right? And that flat matches exactly where that wire comes out. And the problem is if you toss a battery pack in here, eventually what will happen is that screw, that metal edge, will cut your servo wire. So anyways, this is the X07, and the wire right there, if you could see that, right beyond that plastic servo horn, the wire broke because it was up against that metal piece. And in an impact, which does happen, that wire gets cut by pinching of the battery and this. And something probably flexes in this thing. So, but yeah, this is the X07 that I was going to compare the two, but I'll have to fix that servo wire. This is the problem. The servo wire was cut by that bolt with that screw. So what I do is I'm going to fix it. Expose some wire on both sides, just like that, and solder it together. That should fix it. Just like that. And I'll basically just solder it together. Put a little blob of solder on there. Put some heat shrink over it. I'm gonna attempt to do this without being in my own way. So you can see I got the RC Guy Garage soldering station all set up here. Get my soldering iron ready. And I'm gonna use some flux just to hopefully allow the solder to kind of wick in a little bit there and there. See if that actually works. So I'm going to try to bring this under here like that. Zoom it in. See if I get that right there. I think that's where we want it. Man, my fingers look nasty. Alright, so I do have a little touch of solder here. I'm just going to have it kind of angled like that. That way I can grab some of it. Put on the soldering iron. Boy, is that a lot of smoke. See if that worked. Basically just want to touch these together. Just like that. I want it to be a little bit better than that. Kind of almost seems like it's barely touching. But that might be enough. You know that actually might be enough. Tug test, then go ahead and slide the heat shrink over there, and then just take my fire, just heat shrink it up. Whoa, and I should have done it. So now we'll see if this servo is actually going to work. I do kind of wish I could kind of heat shrink all of this together, but I'm not going to be able to get it over that plug. So we'll just leave it like that and hopefully that will work. So I'll go ahead and take it out of the vise. So this is the servo that they got here. Can't tell what that says. ES power or CS power? Not sure. Sometimes these things are rebranded something else. Doesn't look like it is. But this is the servo that came out of the X07. And I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and see if it still works. Now I just want to take this, kind of just make sure it's out of the way. Put this down and in. I think that's it. Gotta like line it up. And it should drop in. See if the screws will force it to drop into place. Looks like that did go into place. There we go. Hear the click? That clicked into place. I don't think the back is clicked into place, but the front definitely clicked in. The back still seems like it's not in. Let's see if it is. I guess it is. Okay. Seems like it's at like an angle. I'll just stay with it. I'm gonna plug in the servo. Don't remember which way this goes, but we'll plug it in like that, see what happens. And it's fixed, so I'll make sure that the steering is centered. So the steering is centered. And I'm going to take the servo horn, line up the steering so that the steering is straight, and take the servo horn and stick it on like that. It's got this little tiny screw. And there we go. So let's see, does it still work? That does, but it's reversed. Steering's correct. Throttle is reversed, so I will just reverse the throttle trim. And then, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, what the heck? Try that again. Why is it? You seeing that? Throttle reverse, steering reverse. It's opposite. So for some strange reason, the steering is actually the throttle and the throttle is the steering. Well. Alright. Well. See how this thing does. Let's take this thing out and see how it does. China junks. Oh. I think it's too wet. Oh, don't need to be chucking rocks at my black trailer. Oh, we lost battery. I think the connector probably got undone, is my guess. And that is a no. The ESC shut off. I wonder if the ESC shut off because of overload, or did it shut off because the wire slammed into it? Oh, the wheel got stuck into the body. Why does it seem like I only have front wheel drive? Oh, I lost the CV. I lost the CV. Ah, oh, it broke. Oh, where did it break? Oh, I'm not gonna find that. It must have broke out here when the wheel got stuffed. So, do you still think that these China junks are worth it, man? You just spent 250 bucks on what? You just spent 250 bucks on China junk metal. So there's your dog bone right there. Drive shaft, CVD, piece of garbage, junk metal. So now it's a two-wheel drive ripper. It's a three-legger actually. So this thing bent too. Piece of garbage. Piece of garbage. Piece of garbage. How much the front wheel turns when it doesn't have its CVD dog bone thing in there. Oh my god. Out of here. Done, dude. Done. I'm done. That's what your money's gonna buy you. So this is actually the X07, not the X08. It was kind of a trick. So I think what it is the ESC, maybe what it is the ESC that they put into the X08 can probably handle 3S better. It's just that, at least the one that I've got, the ESC is just junk, man. It's got some weird like drag brake, kind of like malfunctioning brake going on with the way the trigger is. Initially I thought it was a remote. Because well, because I was thinking like within the way this thing travels, I was thinking somehow that it was an issue. But when I bound up this radio to the X08 and the thing was still existing, the issue, nah, man, nah, don't buy any of these pieces of garbage. They say that it's 3S capable. It's not. 3S capable in whose world? What, 5C battery or something? Something that's not going to output power? This is only a 2200 milliamp 3S pack that's pushing, what, 35C? Nah. Nah, man. Nah, not at all. This is RC Guy Garage, just bringing realism to the world of China junk RCs.
You sure about that?